Welcome back. It's time to talk music. Our next studio guest is Bob Sheehan. He is the executive director of Arts Jubilee with a big outdoor concert series this summer at Cranmore. Let's talk more about it. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For people who haven't experienced the joy of outdoor music in summer at Arts Jubilee, give us a little overview of the concert series. What's this event like?
Yeah, so we have a beautiful outdoor setting at Cranmore Mountain Resort. Cranmore has hosted our concerts for well over a decade now. We set up right on the base of the north slope. We have a big stage that gets set up there every year, and folks bring their own lawn chairs and picnic blankets, and they set up and they spread out, and just a really beautiful sort of natural amphitheater set up there at the base of Cranmore. This will be our 41st summer concert series. Arts Jubilee is a nonprofit that was founded in 1983, and it's had different forms over the years, but we sort of settled into the 5 weeks on Thursday nights at Cranmore Mountain, and we're looking forward to another fun summer of music.
Arts Jubilee is one of those event series that have become synonymous with summer in the Mount Washington Valley. Some really great top-notch music. We'll get to the acts in just a second. But for people returning, it's at the base of Cranmore Mountain. Any differences this year? Because Cranmore's been building lodges. It's a great venue now. Beautiful.
Yeah, so Cranmore's been hard at work, and they've been working with us to make sure that what they're doing also can accommodate Arts Jubilee, which we're very grateful for. So they've kind of kept, and they do a number of other community events throughout the year. Yep. So they're very much, they want to continue doing that, which will be fun. So we're going to remain at the base of the north slope. The construction isn't going to affect the space too much. We'll still be entering that same front gate entrance. I'm spacing on the name of the courtyard there, but
I am too.
Yeah, but you know what we're talking about. We're next to where the old Zips Pub. Well, Zips Pub's still there, but anyways,
yep.
It's go where you've always gone. Just right at the main entrance there, we'll have the tent set up. There is now a stairway that will enter. So it actually it's nice. It feels like you're entering a venue. So there's a staircase there, but we will have an elevator there for wheelchair access.
Wow.
And the Zips Pub deck is still there, so people can still, like if you bring, some folks like to bring like one of those wagons with food if you have young kids, so you can bring those to the side where the Zips Pub deck is. So other than that, it'll be much of the same, and
Yeah, nice, and probably even more facilities being offered by Cranmore because of their brand new base lodge, which last year at this time was still under construction, but now is totally open.
Yep, and we'll be sort of reorienting the stage setup this year to kind of go with that new patio space that they have, and which is a lot bigger than the Zips Pub deck.
Yeah.
What our folks are used to. So that'll be great.
All right, great music, great venue. Now let's get into the great music.
Yeah.
Starting with, the first concert is going to be on July 11th, and that is A Room Full of Blues. Tell me about those guys.
Yes, A Room Full of Blues. They've performed at our series a number of times, and we're always thrilled to have them back. It's been a couple of years now since we've had them, but yeah, they always put on an amazing show. It's sort of, they call themselves an American Blues and Swing Revival Big Band. They have multiple Grammy nominations.
Wow.
Just, a lot of fun tunes. So that'll be, that's our first show.
Very cool. Each of these dates is a Thursday. That's July 11th. July 18th, it's Classic Rock Orchestra.
Classic Rock Orchestra, yeah. And this is their second time performing at Arts Jubilee, and they were so good the first time, and people loved them, and so we had to bring them back. And they do the rock anthems of the 70s and 80s, so ELO, Kansas, Boston, just songs that everyone knows and loves. And it's something like a 10-piece band.
Wow.
It might even be 12 this year, I can't remember, but and they have like a small string section, so every song, and they have an amazing lead singer. That's going to be a fun show.
New Legacy Swing Band.
Yep. So New Legacy Swing Band, they are New England's premier dance orchestra, and so they bring in some of the older tunes that some of the standards that we all know, and they do a great job. Big band, They have a singer as well. I think a couple singers. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Do you anticipate some people actually dancing, maybe on the lawn in front of the band?
Yeah, I think so. It'll be hard not to.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, on July 25th, Not Fade Away Band, the ultimate Grateful Dead experience.
August 1st. So
August
I
1st.
only say that because the Not Fade Away, so that's a Grateful Dead tribute act, and that's actually, and this was not planned, but that's Jerry Garcia's birthday.
Okay.
So that's.
I was looking at the previous date. August 1st is this one. Yep,
yeah,
Not
so
Fade
August
Away.
1st, Not Fade Away. They're a New England-based Grateful Dead tribute, and we're really excited to have them. This will be their first time at our Jubilee, and there was a article in the Conway Daily Sun following our 40th season last summer, and they put out a poll like asking people for suggestions for Arts Jubilee, and there was Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga. So I was like, well,
Yes.
it's a little above
Come
our
on.
budget, but
I heard she has a day off from her Eras tour.
But Grateful Dead tributes popped up a number of times, and I personally love their music as well, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Very cool. And then looks like wrapping it up on August 8th, it's the Glenn David Andrews Band, New Orleans blues, rock, funk, and jazz.
Yeah, so this is a group that one of our board members, Kimball Packard, turned me on to, and he's known Glenn for a number of years, and he's had him perform in his performance space over in Chicorwa. He does a concert series over there, which is great. So now we're going to bring that band to the big stage, and they put on a show. It's so much energy. It says it on the card, but New Orleans blues, rock, funk, jazz. Just think New Orleans party.
Yep.
In musical form, and that's
so much fun. Good music, good energy, good venue. You're in the mountain air with mountains surrounding you. This is what summer is all about in the Mount Washington Valley. We're talking with Bob Sheehan, the Executive Director of Arts Jubilee, celebrating 41 years.
41 years,
That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and I should add that all these shows feature a local opening act at 6 p.m. Each concert, the headliner starts at 7 p.m., but we have a local opening act at 6 p.m.
And those are fantastic. I'm looking through the list right now. It's Christian Martin, Reckless, the Della Valle Bluegrass Trio, Jeremy Holden, and Mountaintop Music. So a lot of great local organizations and acts. These take place on Thursday, starting on July 11th for 5 weeks. And if people want, should they be buying tickets in advance, or can they get them at the door?
You can get them at the door. I mean, being an outdoor venue, we kind of have the luxury of having a lot of space. But that being said, the line can build up fast. So over the past couple of years, we've offered online tickets, which some folks have taken advantage of. And so you can buy them in advance. You can go to artsjubilee.org. And that has all the links to the tickets, and there will be a separate will call line for you to go to if you've bought them in advance. But you can certainly purchase them at the gate, cash or credit. And, tickets are $18 for adults, $12 for seniors, $5 for students, and free for kids 12 and under. So that's one of the things where we pride ourselves on being family friendly and affordable. So that's.
All right, so gather the family, gather the friends for a great night of music at Cranmore Mountain Resort Arts Jubilee. Bob, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you.
And you are watching Outside.